This program is brought to you by Scale Autos Hobbies, the funnest shop in town.
G'day fellas, welcome to another video here at Outback Mini Models, and we have something kind of different. So I've just come back from grocery shopping, and as I always do, I always look in the stationery section just to see what I can find for modeling. And it's something that you guys should do too, because you never know what you're going to find. Okay, so I come across this. It's washi tape. Alright, so didn't know what it was, but I thought, ooh, you know, it looked kind of similar to the Tamiya tape and all the modeling tapes that we use out there, including this one. Okay, this is what I normally use. But the thing is I'm just paying the prices what people want for what you get is something that I'm not a big fan of. So looking at the receipt, this was $6.50. Okay, so for the Australians that are watching, you're going to know this brand. Okay, this is the Coles Supermarket brand for $6.50, and it comes in a tube with a pop off lid. It did come with tape on there, but I've already opened it to have a quick look only minutes before filming, and it does say each roll is 30 meters per roll. Okay, so and there's 10 rolls in here, so that's 300 meters of tape for $6.50. I mean, you cannot argue with that price. So what we're going to do today is we're going to see if it holds up to the leading brands that are out there in the modeling market. So obviously colors aren't really going to matter. Okay, so you do get various shades of blue, green, yellow, brown, and the reds, and it looks like, yeah, and the pink, maybe, whatever you want to call it. But it does say made in China and recycled, 30 meters a roll. But yeah, and I didn't know what it was, and I did Google it while I was at the supermarket. So it does say it's low adhesive, doesn't leave a adhesive residue, which is what our modeling tape does. It feels exactly the same, and including the width. So if you do have tape dispensers that you get with your tape, it's a bonus because you can chuck these in. Because if we pull these out, okay, we're just going to pull out one. All right, and I'm going to put this to the side. The diameter is pretty much identical. Maybe this is probably like, I would say, a mil difference. Like, it's bigger by a mil, so you can fit this in just a generic, and I'm not going to take any, and I'm not going to take any away for any other companies, because they've all got their reasons for selling it, because, you know, we all need it. So, but yeah, washi tape. Apparently you can buy this in Kmart too, guys, in Australia. And also this. Okay, this is a washi tape dispenser that you can get from Kmart, and it's only like $3. So if you pop into your local Kmart store, I'd say Australia-wide, go into your arts and crafts section, or where they sell the tape, because this is used for crafting as well. Okay, so because Heather Crafts, we get best of both worlds. Okay, so it's, yeah, the modeling supply has just opened up a whole new door with crafting. We've got the Cricut machine now, we've got all the vinyls and blah blah blah. But yeah, this washi tape, this is interesting. So we're going to have a look. We're going to do a comparison between the standard yellow tape that we all use, that we all know, and we're also going to do a comparison with, and I'm not going to bother about color because it's all made of the same material, but we're just going to start off with the first one that I grab out of the tube, which is this lovely color, and we're going to do a comparison. So we will fire up the airbrush. This will be a review and a review video as well, so we're going to have a look. So but just looking at this dispenser, just quickly see how it works. So we're just going to throw this and this in here. So we're going to do that, throw this in here, and that just twist locks because it's keyed, so it locks in there. But yeah, it does fit in there. So you fit all your rolls and then you can just go as you need. But I think this is more for a crafter, because they're using all sorts of colors and things like that. But as a modeler, or as modelers, I should say, if you're watching this as a modeler, not as a crafter on this channel, because I know all sorts of people watch these videos, we probably only need one. So once this one runs out, I'll probably throw this back into my tape dispenser that come within this tape, and we'll go from there. So, and I think every time I'm going to go shopping, I'm just going to buy a tube of this. So I'm going to add $6.50 to my weekly grocery bill, and I just want to stockpile this stuff, because if Coles ever stops selling it, and then I'll have to go somewhere else, and it's only like 2 minutes down the road for me. So yeah, drop in at Coles, don't go to my store and buy it all because I want it. So there you go, let's have a look at how this behaves. All right, so we've got this little bad boy that you would have seen in last week's live stream, testing out the SMS Advanced Paints and the Rust in the second video that I've done last Sunday. So let's have a look, and we're gonna just get some of this normal yellow tape. And I don't want to mention brand names here because I do not want to take anything away from this company. So, and honestly, I can't even use the dispenser that it come in because it actually does have the company name on it. So we're just going to get our Frisker's knife here. We're just going to cut a couple of strips of the modeling tape, and just for this video I'm going to call it modeling tape. Alright, and then, but it's all washi tape. Alright, so there, and then we're going to get some of this pink, let's call it pink, eh? So we're going to get some of this pink tape, pink washi tape out of the tube. Alright, so there's 1, 2, and then just for giggles, we're going to cut a third one up. And then if I can find my ruler, which I cannot find right now, so we're just going to get the hobby knife and cut this into a thin strip, and probably cut that again. Alright, so far when I'm cutting it with the tape, with the hobby knife, it feels exactly the same. Okay, so and I'm doing this video too because I know a lot of you guys are there have only just started modeling, or you're on a tight budget, and you've got priorities, you know, paint kits, you know, tools, tape, whatever. So if you can save money on certain things and get more for more for your money, well, I'm all for that. So what we're going to do is we're going to get the modeling tape. Alright, and I'm just going to zoom in just a little bit. Alright, so stop this camera from moving around. And then I'm going to throw it on the end here. Kind of being wasteful here, but this is just for the video purpose. And then we're going to get just for this video, I'm going to cut this in half. So we can, because what I want to see is, because on this is the tail off I think it's off a Revell Hind D, I think it is. Don't quote me on that because it's part of the my kit bash that I'm still very slowly working on. And as always, we're going to get some cotton tips, and if you're curious on what brand I'm using, using the Whispers brand, and they've actually upgraded. Most of the last video, they've actually upgraded to a no more plastic stems. So I think they're like cardboard or something like that now. So they're a lot stiffer. All right, so especially when you're buffing down your tape, it doesn't bend as much. And the same here. Seems a little bit close. Alright, so and then we're going to spray up the top here. Not worried about this part. So this, peel up some tape again. And then just going to the knife trim that up. Lay down this tape like so. Just want to cover this up. Buff it down. And I think we're going to use the SMS paint today in this video, just because it's lacquer and I really want to put this to the test. And if this can handle lacquer paint, it's going to handle anything you throw at it. What I mean is like normal acrylics, like your Vallejo's, your MIGs, your AKs, your Gen 3 paints, all that type of stuff. So that's probably going to be a bit of bleeding here just because of the recessed part that's right there, the raised part, because it is a fairly chunky bit. So what we're going to do, just so we don't sort of favour this, the washi tape, the pink one, I'm just going to throw it on here like so. Oops, get back in there, you. So we're just going to put that in there, buff that down, that cotton tip, Q-tip as the Americans call it. Okay, so that's there, that's there. We're going to lay down another pink bit. Haha, pink bit. So we're just going to put this here, like that, because that way we can spray this section. And just buffing it down. Like that. And then we're just going to get some more. I've still got glitter on this mat from spraying that that zinc paint last week. You just see it just flecked all over the mat, but I'll just get some alcohol and wipe it down. And then what we're going to do is I'm just going to overlap this yellow over the pink tape with this yellow. And then we're going to buff that down as well, because we want a nice snug fit. Okay, this is pretty much something you should be doing with any of your modeling tapes, just when you're laying it down on your, whether you're doing aircraft or automotive or your cars, armored vehicles, just whatever, just to get that edge of the tape snug down on your paintwork. Okay, this has no gloss or anything like that. This was just that straight rust that we sprayed in the SMS rust from the rust set on the stream last weekend at the time of this filming this video. Okay, so that's that. You can see there's some raised. If I can bring you a bit closer, you can see there's a raised section there. So whether the paint bleeds under it, okay, and that's not going to be the tape's fault, that's going to be my but we're just going to rub it in. It's going to be me just not rubbing it down properly and getting it snug. Okay, so that's that one. We're also going to test it down on this. Okay, so let's, just for demonstration purposes, let's get a nice long piece like so. This feels really nice too. Just pretty excited about this tape, guys. Right, so we're just going to get one like that. And I'm not trying to be neat here, guys, so don't think, okay, claim it's uneven, it's crooked. This is just to show you how this tape works. Alright, so let's get this knife again and stab it. Fold this over. And if I get any paint over the edge, I'm not worried, guys. It's just like I said, this is just to show you what if we can use this for modeling. And if it does work, we guarantee you'll be ripping out to Coles or Kmart and get yourself some. But you'll definitely be going to Coles because this is where I got it from. It's in the stationery section where they sell all the Sharpie pens, notepads, all that sort of stuff. So yeah, 300 meters of it for $6.50. Yeah, I kind of got excited when I picked it up, so I thought this would be a great video to show you guys. Right, that's all snug, right? So we've rubbed that down, we've got that all prepped there. So all we're going to do will be spraying there, and we're also going to be spraying there. And we all know this is going to work, okay? So I'm just going to show you. So what we're going to do is we're going to get rid of where did I put it? We've got our puppy training pad, which is what I use for airbrushing now. So I'm going to lay this down. We're going to fire up the compressor, so it's going to be a little bit noisy, maybe. All right. And just for this video, we're going to use, let's pick a really hard color to spray. Italian Red Gloss by SMS, right? This is, and I don't even think I've even used this color. All right, this is still a brand new bottle, so you can see it hasn't been used for a while because it's settled on the bottom. So we're just going to give it a shake. And it's going to grab some thinners. I'm just going to grab generic thinners, just normal Tamiya thinners. I'm not going to use the retarder type. Give it a really good shake. You can see it's starting to break up. And please, guys, don't put metal balls in these paint mixing balls in these bottles, because it will go through the side. These are glass bottles. I have seen photos of balls going through the side and the paint going everywhere. Okay, so that's pretty much it. The airbrush we're going to be using today for this video will be the 0.3 Dragon Air by SMS. This is not a sponsored video by SMS by any means. Alright, so spray it out. Just going to get our dropper. Throw in some thinners, just a little bit, just to lubricate the needle. Just get my spray bottle thing ready. Get rid of that paint. I'll get rid of that liquid that's in there. Right, so let's, as always, remember this is the airbrush version, this is not the advanced series, so this is pretty much ready for spraying out straight out of the bottle. But as always, I like to thin my paint just a little bit more. Okay. See, if you've never used SMS, they normally come with these little caps on top to stop it from spilling, which is a good idea. And it's like I've just cut my finger, but it's not, it's just paint. Disaster if this paint spilled on the floor. Okay. to do is we're just going to get a toothpick, mix it up a little bit, just swishing around there. You see how thin that is. This is why I want to test it too, because of how thin it is. And normally when you're masking, you're up to the detail stage of your model, so and when I'm detailing, I like to spray it thin. So test it, get that thinner back up through the paint. Okay, you see the paint's coming out, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the needle guard off. So take the needle guard off. Not recommended, because if you drop your airbrush, you're going to bend the needle, but you do get a lot of fine detail out of it. So as you can see there, just the very fine details. And I'm going to turn this down, right down, probably down to about 8 to 10 psi, roughly. Okay, maybe red's not the best color to use on this rust color, but just for demonstration purposes. And I don't really care about scratching the paintwork on this model, because so we're just going to hold this with one of my homemade paint sticks, just alligator clips I bought from an electronics store, and then just a barbecue skewer on the other end, clamp it down, and you got a paint stick. All right, so what we're going to do is clear the needle. Remember I said, as always, clear your needle before you start spraying, otherwise you're going to get paint splatter all over your model. Alright, so as always, when you're spraying on the tape, just a light little mist on the edge, just so it seals before we come back to it. And we're going to do the same with the washi, spraying away. See, I'm sort of spraying down. I'm not actually spraying into the tape, because I don't want this paint to go underneath, just in case I haven't put the paint down properly. So I'm just going to spray. Whoops. Like that, see, because I didn't clear the needle, big hunk of paint come out. This was SMS Italian Red that we're spraying, gloss. Come back to that. Now that we put that first coat down, build this up in layers. Up. So there's that one. Alright, so we're going to let that sit for a little bit. Let this sit to the side up here. And like I said, if we get overspray on this, it's not going to matter, because these are just test pieces to show you for these videos. And then, like I said, spray away from the leading edge of the tape. Clear the needle. slowly building it up. And still at the same time spraying away from the tape edge. So we're trying to avoid the bleeding that's underneath, okay? Leaking, bleeding. And remember, this paint's pretty thin too, so it's I'm just going to hammer this paint, just being light where the tape is. I just want a full coverage, that's all. Kind of rushing this paint job. Okay, so you see there's overspray on the guard, and I'm just going to come back, touch this up. And if we run out of paint, we run out of paint. See, we used all that paint up. There's probably about half a hopper worth of paint in this airbrush. So I'll give this a clean out later. But just for now, I'm gonna chuck some thinners in there, let it sit, and even just stick my finger over the breather hole, give it a bit of a shake, to get that thinners switched around in there. I'm just going to give it a quick clear out. Alright. And I'm just going to hang that airbrush back on the hook. So, alright, so let's take this off, and I'm going to rush this because I want to show you live how it goes. And this SMS, and this is why I didn't want to put any retarder in the paint, because I want this to dry pretty quick, and I do have fans and that going, ventilation going, so this should dry pretty quick. So this, what I'm taking off now, is the everyday modeling tape that you and I use. SMS fine tweezers here. So I'm going to do that. Oh, I'm going to touch it with my finger, and it's already pretty much touch dry. And I think I put the yellow over the pink. So there's that. And this is the washi tape that I got from Coles. No residue. Okay, so that. So pull this off in one go. Try not to touch the paint job at the same time. So you can see that it works, okay? There's no residue left on the, and I was expecting this too, so it actually worked out in my favor that it did work for this video. So remember, that's where the yellow modeling tape was, and as expected, it's just a flawless edge, okay? And you can see on, if I zoom in a bit more, just wait for this camera to stop jumping around. You can see where I put this pink washi tape along this edge, along that edge. You can see it hasn't bled through, even though there's recessed, like raised panel lines and all that sort of stuff near it. There was no bleeding whatsoever, so that's a bonus. So we're going to go back to this Toyota body. So we're just going to peel this tape back, and I didn't use the yellow tape because we knew it was going to work to begin with. So we're just going to pull this back, if I did this properly and I masked off everything, including all this, obviously it's going to look better. But all I wanted to show you was, does this tape work? You know, like, do you have to go out and spend $10 on a roll or $7 on it for one roll? And the answer is no. If you just shop around, as always, shop around, guys. It just pays to shop around. Just because it's got a modeling brand on it doesn't, I should say, just because it doesn't have a modeling brand name on it doesn't mean it's not going to work, okay? Because at the end of the day, it's the product that these companies put their names on. So basically, I've just saved myself $50 by buying all this tape for $6 something, and you get 10 rolls at 30 meters a roll. So you can see, if you're a car guy, I mean, look, you can't just don't look at that and just look at the stuff that I've sprayed in the guts there, because we could have just masked that up properly. So if I zoom in, how do I zoom in, guys? I'll show you what it is. All right, so look at that edge. I mean, you can't say that just because I spent, so would that work out to be 65 cents a roll? Okay, that's for 30 meters of tape. So, and that's the result you get. All right, so bit of a longish video, so I do apologize, guys, but it was something that when I bought the tape, it was a video that I thought, wow, this will be something that I could show you guys. And so yeah, but guys, thanks for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, give it a thumbs down. So this was a product review and a quick test on the Kohl's washi tape for $6.50. So, and if you're not subscribed to Outback Mini Models yet, do yourself a favor and hit the sub button, because there will be more videos like this, and hit the notification bell so you know when these videos come out. I mean, it could be any time, it could be just, yeah, I put videos out randomly these days. So if you hit the notification bell, you'll be the first to know about it. So have a great weekend, guys, and thanks for watching, and happy modeling. And this is Clem signing out from Outback Mini Models. Catch you later, fellas. Bye-bye.
Yeah, well, main thing we do is a lot of die cast. We've got the biggest range of die cast around. No one comes near us for that. Also the RC cars, the biggest range, I suppose, in town for that as well. And your model kits, mate, we do it all. And then slot cars, yeah, everything.
It's the most fun with your clothes on. Scale Auto's Hobbies in Shakespeare Street. A huge amount of fun stuff, including die-cast cars, model kits, remote-control cars, slot cars, collectibles, and so much more.
You name it, we've got it. But not only just cars, but we do all model kits in. You've got tanks, planes, trucks, everything. So we do a lot. Even a bit of train stuff. Got to treat everybody equal and give every customer opportunity to find out what they want. And yeah, and it makes them happy, mate. Most of them become friends, so.
Scale Auto's Hobbies, the funnest shop in town.